He travels the nation meeting fans, and you can keep up with him on Facebook at Call of the Wild Man, Turtle Man, or Turtle Man official channel on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, Turtle Man!
Live action! Woohoo! I'm glad to see y'all fans down here. So glad to see y'all. It's been a while. And been healing up there. I got hit by a tree limb about 2 years ago. That's why I wear an armband now, because my arm hasn't healed all the way, but I'm building it up, getting it back to my guns, that is. Don't never lose your guns. That's a true story. True story. Don't lose your guns or your muscle tone. It's hard to get back. Yay! Woohoo! Love y'all. We always said when we was on TV show, they wanted us to cuss and everything, and I said, no, sir, if you're going to do that, we're leaving now. Because we didn't believe in that on our show. We didn't believe in that. So we wanted to keep it kid happy and kid free. And we got my oldest fan. My oldest fan's 103, and I guess my youngest fan, I think he's about 6 months old. Yay! Anyway, he's talking about getting maced. Well, I got maced by some deer lure one time. It busted in my pocket. All right, let me tell you what happened there. So I'm sitting in my blind, sitting on the, just sitting around. And all of a sudden, a big buck deer snuck up behind me. Them things are sneak. Well, that thing tackled me. Woohoo! You ought to seen about the bear mace. You ought to seen me trying to get a buck off my back. Yay! That was crazy, baby. Woo! Now, my turtle truck, I still have it, the one on my show. It's got 400,000 miles. It outdoes all my vehicles I got on my house. My mom's got a car, outdone that. Yeah, I got a new truck. It outdid that one because somebody ran into that. So now, I got me a blue truck. I'm in the turtle blue mode right now, turtle blues, and it outdoes that truck. So I'm still riding around in the turtle truck, just minding my own business. Let me tell you what happened bad about the turtle truck. It got maced itself. That's right, y'all know how you mace a turtle truck. Well, he got it inside the cab, right? That guy just talking there now. He told a true story. So my story is true, too. My turtle truck got maced by it's called Black Widow Triple X. That's what it's called. It's a deer lure, okay? So I threw it in the back of the truck after I done whooped the deer, all right? I done beat this deer up. Finally caught the thing. I said, what are we going to do with it? We said, we just turned it loose on our farm. I said, all right, we'll just let him over the fence there. Well, anyway, I come back. He wasn't finished with me yet, all right? He went and got his buddy, this 8-point buck did. He went and got his partner. So they're sitting up there at I'm sitting in, down in my blind again. So I got smart, so I built me a tree stand this time. So I'm up above watching all this. I said, all right, he ain't gonna get me today, okay? All right, well, I'm sitting in my tree stand. I hear this bam, wham, crash, crack, I hear all this racket. I said, somebody's robbing the turtle truck. So I jump out of my stand, I'm easing up the field. So, man, I'm gonna whoop this guy. He's done got me disturbed. He's over here robbing the turtle truck. So I walk up there and there's 2 deer. They're going at it on the turtle truck. Deer racks rubbing up and down my truck. I'm sitting there, what is going on? The little 6-pointer was trying to get in the back, and he was just he was like a cheerleader, like, hoorah, hey, boy, I got the turtle truck. I'm whooping the turtle man right now. I'm whooping the turtle man. Well, the big 8-pointer's taking his horns, rolling up down the side like he's rubbing a tree, all right? Done tore up my turtle truck. I go up there and start kicking them in the rear end. Get out of here, you crazy goats! I saw the goats with horns. They take off running around the truck. We just running around the truck. The one guy says, I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to shoot the deer or just go get Turtle Man out of danger. I probably jump in the turtle truck and just take off. Whoa! I'm running down the highway, the deer running behind me. Yay! True story. Woo! Live action.
Live action.
Woo-wee. Man. Now, I don't know if anybody here believes in the Lord or not. Surely you do. I know I do, because I've seen miracles happen. There you go. I hear you. I don't know where to start. I've seen miracles happen all my life, and The first thing you got to do is to get a miracle, you got to believe in Jesus, which is God and Jesus. You got to believe in all that stuff. And I go to church and got to pray every day. Thank God every morning, thank God every evening. And then there's another thing. Everybody's got a talent, so everybody wants to be noticed. Now, this is not bad. This is a good thing, good thing. Now, if you want to get a career, you got to take that talent, all right? Everybody's got a talent inside you, and it is blessed. You love everybody, you keep everybody the same, you treat everybody the same, and you know when to do things, you help people. Like I helped a guy this week. 3 days ago, semi-truck crashed right in front of me. Oh my God, it was pitiful. I thought the guy was done met the maker, you know, and I thought, well, God's called him. So I jump out of my truck, right, and I'm running down. It's pouring the rain. I'm running down there, you know. I can't get to the guy. This little nurse stops by in purple. I guess she was a nurse maid or something like that, worked at the old folks' home. But anyway, I said, I need your help, girl. She said, well, call 911. I said, I did. I don't know where we're at. We're out in the middle of the highway, out in the boonies. She said, I was past the marker 156. I said, that's where we're at. So I told them where we was, so the ambulance and all was on the way, all right? And they said, well, how we get to this guy? I said, he's under the truck. I can't get to him. But luckily, the cab turned over, okay? The cab turned over, and I just lucky I got Old Thunder here. I always carry my knife. I'm a deputy sheriff in Johnson County, Kentucky, so I don't carry a gun. I carry a knife. That's my weapon. Been since 6 years old. So I'll take Old Thunder down there, and he's got trees all around him. I went to hacking. They said, that's the best tools you got. I said, that's all we got to work with. So I cut the guy out of the truck, get the trees out of the way, get the trees all out. I believe the guy I was with, he was blessed, I tell you, because he already had a bruise on his head, bruise on his arm, and he had a busted leg, but it was all bruised up. His leg was all bruised, but he was still living. We packed him to the service. Everybody recognized who it was, wanted to take a picture. Even the guy that had the wreck. Man, that was awesome. He was blessed, though. But anyway, I'm sorry to get off track there. Forgive me for that, okay? Sorry, God, and I didn't mean to do that for you there. All right, let's get back to the talent part, okay? Let's get back to that talent now. I'm going to show y'all, everybody here has got a talent. Now, if you want to pursue that talent, you got to wish it, dream it, and hope for it. I gave it a wish ever since I was 5 years old. Yeah, that's right. I didn't have Turtle Man name when I was 5. It was a cruise chef. I know it. My grandma always called me cruise chef because I was born on a date, 65, and my grandma and grandpa always called me cruise chef. Named me after a Russian because I was bald-headed till I was 5. That's a true story. So anyway, I seen the Rolling Stone magazine sitting on the counter, and I said, what am I going to do? I said, I like that magazine, so I'll pick it up. What's this, Grandma, Grandpa? That's the Rolling Stones. They're famous. I said, really? They're famous. I said, well, I want to get famous too. So I started this when I was 5, okay? And I said, what do you got to do to get on this Rolling Stone magazine? And he said, well, you got to find out your talent. I said, well, what's a talent? Well, you go out there and find your job or you something you do that nobody else can do because you practice this talent. You practiced it till you know it inside out. I catch turtles, right? All right. Here's how that talent worked. I said, well, I got to find what I got to do. Well, I started shooting a slingshot. I was 7 years old, 6 years old. I shot that slingshot. I could knock a can off at 100 yards. Woohoo! 3 shots, that can's, it's knocked off the fence post. Well, then I got doing 22 pistols. We started shooting at cigarette butts. Of course, I don't smoke or do drugs. Just people around me did it, and they betted cigarettes. So we shoot the cigarettes. So I won a lot of money doing that. And, of course, it wasn't but 50 cents back in, but that added up at the end of the day. That's how we got a candy bar. Woo! Anyway, I kept going in that talent. I said, I still got to find my talent here. Well, this ain't going to happen. I got to find a name to start with. Well, Grandpa and them said again, well, you got to get, after you get your talent figured out, you got to get the people to love you. That's the hard part. And I said, well, how do you do that? They said, well, you got to get on the newspaper. So I did that. I did the newspaper thing. Yeah, I got on the newspaper. Woohoo! Yeah! So I'm getting out there some more, and they still want to know what a name is. Well, right now, just call me cruise chef, because that's the only thing I go by. I know that sounded crazy because they didn't get hit yet, you know. But one day, Gina Kirkland and them stopped by. Of course, I had long braided hair back in, all the way down my back. Well, then I've always wore a feather in it, you know. So when I went into the pond, my feather would stick up. Man, you know, that's how they knew where I was under the water. And even one guy he come up there and said, well, how do you know where to film at? And I said, well, he's under the water. This is in 1980, okay? And I figured Turtle Man, that's what the girl called me, that she come up with that name, all right? Turtle Man I call him Turtle Man because that's what he's doing, he's catching turtles. So he's been going under that water for some time now. How long has he been down now? He's been down there 3 minutes. I'm getting worried about him. Well, how do you know he's down there? That's a long time, 3 minutes. Of course, I was healthy then, you know. I could hold my breath 4 minutes, 5 seconds. Done practice it. Well, that feather's sitting there, you know. Well, there's that feather. He's going to come up any minute. If not, I'm going in after him, the guy said. I said, well, okay. Well, he'll be, about that time I come up with a big 30-pound snapping turtle. Woo! Yay! It was live action, snappings everywhere. Man, it was all over the place. She said, we're going to call you Turtle Man from now on. I had to thank Gina Kirkland for that. Woohoo! And so I'm going to make that name mean something. Woo! That was live action right that day. So I went and got famous at the Mothman Festival down in West Virginia. And I've been, next thing I know, I'm 40 years old then, you know. So it took me 40 years to get it, but I told everybody when I was laboring at the sawmill, working my butt off, sweating every day, everybody said, Turtle Man, you don't work. I said, well, grab you some of them boards. Them boards will mash your finger. Woo! Man. Plus, I'd always practiced on them boards. They thought I was crazy at the sawmill. I'd keep up, you know. I'd jump on them boards thinking it's wrestling alligators. Boy, Neil jumped all over me about that. How'd they have alligators at the sawmill? Well, you grab a big log, you think you got an alligator. Whew, that's crazy, too. But anyway, that's what happened there. That's how I got famous. Went down to Mothman Festival. Next thing I know, woo, Animal Planet calls us. Said, we got to go get Turtle Man. We've been looking for you. And 2011, we started filming. I wanted to thank all my fans. It was live action. Woo, man. You know what I asked? I asked for some miracle to happen, okay? I got tears in my eyes right now. I can feel it coming. All right, here's what the miracle was. I didn't ask for no money. That's right. I didn't ask for a dime when I took my show. Not one dime. You know what I said to Animal Planet? Y'all want to know, right? I said, I'm going to make every single fan love me all over the world. I said, I don't want no money. My fans will take care of me. And they go, it ain't no way, Turtle Man, they'll leave you. I said, my fans will never leave me because I back them up. And I try to treat everybody the same, and I keep everybody happy. All right? So remember, you got a talent out there, so use it. But always ask for it from above. And you all know what I'm talking about. You got that prayer. And it'll make you famous. And all I got, the whole world now knows the Turtle Man. So I got my dream. I got my wish. Only thing I haven't got is I don't know what's wrong with the Rolling Stone magazine. But the Lord sure did bless me with all the world of people in the whole world. I love every single one of you. That's all I ever wanted. And I'm a good old country boy. If you need any help, just give me a call. I'll be there. Yay! Woo! All right. I don't know how long I got. I'll have to talk here a minute. All right. Anybody got a question? Or yeah, go ahead.
What was the most difficult animal you caught on your show?
The most difficult animal to catch. Don't never grab it, because you can't grab it. And that's a river otter. That river otter will kill you. I tried it from A to Z to catch that thing. Neil said, what are we going to do? We got it on film, but we ain't going to get it, Turtle Man. You ain't going to be able to manhandle it. I said, just put the cage back. Turtle Man's wheels are always rolling. I said, just put the cage behind the door and open the door and let it out. We'll get away. I said, nah, he's so dumb. He's so smart, he's dumb. He said, what do you mean by that? I said, he's so smart, he's going to back himself into the cage and we're going to catch it. Because I ain't going to catch it with my hand, that's for sure. So he backed himself in the cage and turned man caught that river otter. Woo! That's right. Now, let me tell y'all another little story here. A guy didn't believe in Jesus, okay? He didn't believe in the Bible. He didn't believe in going to church. He didn't believe in all them apostles and Jesus and all that dying on the cross. I said, buddy, I'm going to change your mind. So I said, we're going to your house today to catch a turtle. He said, well, it's 20 degrees, turtle man. Snow on the ground. We got 2 inches of snow, maybe 3. No problem. I said, Jesus is walking with me. I said, we're going to show you how to catch this turtle and make you a believer. He said, well, if you do that, I'll go to church. I said, Neil, you heard it, Neil. Get the banjo, Neil. So we driving down the road, all right? We riding in the guy's car. We going down the road. And he's got his big old truck. He's proud of it, and he's talking now. He said, man, I'm going to win this bet. I said, if you win this bet, I said, I'm going to give you I got some money in my pocket. I think I saved up like $200 that day. I said, I got $200, and I'll give it to you. He goes, okay, that's a deal. I said, now you got to go to church. I said, if I get that turtle, you're going to go to church, boy. He goes, I'll go to church every day, turtle man. I said, yes, sir. You heard it, Neil. You got the bet down. He goes, yeah, I got it. I said, okay. I said, stop the truck right now. Just stop it. We locked the brakes up. I jump out and run about 50 feet back. You know, he's saying, what's wrong with the guy? Make him mad? He goes, no, I don't know what you did. So I come back and I pick it up out of the road. I come walking back. I put that in the back of his truck. I said, we'll need that. He said, what was it? I said, it was a frog gig. He goes, a frog gig? What we going to do with the frog gig? I said, I don't know, but I seen it in the road. I know I'm going to have it. So I just know these things, you know. I don't know how I knew, but I just knew. But I seen it there, an opportunity to take advantage of that. Somebody laid it in the road as a frog gig. What's the odds of finding a frog gig in the middle of the highway? So y'all listen up now. Here's where it's going to come in really nice. We get to the pond, right? Neil's getting out there, picking that banjo. And he's doing that banjo picking and everything. Yeah, he's doing all that banjo stuff. I said, oh, he said, all right, boys. All right, Neil. I said, Neil, get the Bible out. So I said, he's going to swear on the Bible. He's going to the church. And he said, okay. So he takes that Bible, okay? He's got the Bible with him. He's holding it. What am I going to do with this? I said, Neil, do the doodling banjos. I'm going down there with this frog gig. I said, hand me that frog gig. He throwed it over to me. I'm going around the bank of that pond. He said, it's full of ice. I said, well, what are you doing? I said, don't worry, I know where it is. I'm going to put a miracle on you right now. Here it is. It's going to happen. God's put it in front of us. And I reached down there in that little spot there, and I knew where the turtle was. There's a little spring there. And I go, thump, thump, thump. I hit it with that frog gig. I knew I had him in. I said, thank you, Jesus. I said, Jesus, this guy said he's going to go to church, and I'm going to put this guy on you. He better be there in the morning. And you're going to make him go to church, right? And I told the guy, I said, now, Jeff, you're going to church, right? He goes, yes, sir. I said, you hold your word to God? He goes, I don't believe in it. I said, well, I'm fixing to believe when I catch this turtle, right? I'm going to jump out in that pond there full of ice. It's frozen over, okay? Solid ice. I said, I'm getting in the pond. He said, you're crazy. It's 20 degrees. You can't make it. You'll freeze to death. I said, I'm not going to go but elbow deep. He looked at me, just Neil, doodling banjo. Doon, 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 doon. So he's picking the doodling banjos, you know, and I said, okay, watch this. Wham! Whoosh! All I got was my elbows wet. 30-pound turtle come out of that hole. The guy said, I'm going to church tonight. And he's been going to church ever since. God rest him. That's how God speaks to you. I tell you, boy. Always believe. Always believe. Well, I got to get back to my booth now. I think my 15 minutes is up, maybe longer. I don't know. I could keep talking all day. I love to talk and tell stories. And if you want to see my biggest turtle, it seems to be the next question. It weighs 160 pounds. Caught it with Frenchie on the swamp people, Frenchie. And we went down in Louisiana and I caught a giant snapping turtle. Weighed 160 pounds. We put it in the Greenwood Gator Farm. So if y'all ever down there towards Thibodeau or down in Baton Rouge area, look up Greenwood Gator Farm. You go see my giant snapper turtle that I saved. Woohoo! Yay! That was awesome. Woo! Always helping people, always helping somebody. All right.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. They giving me the sign, I think.
Ladies
All
and
right.
gentlemen, Turtle Man.
Woo!